In recent years, One Piece has repeatedly shocked us fans, delivering moments that even make adults shed a tear. It's hard to understand how they keep doing it. We form bonds with characters who aren't even central to the plot and are devastated when something tragic happens to them. I was heartbroken to see that Garp was jumped by all the Blackbeard pirates and ultimately defeated. Garp is a beloved character, and seeing him eliminated without a chance to defend himself, overrun by multiple characters, was heartbreaking. And the worst part was that it was carried out by a character I actually like, Aokiji. Up until now, Aokiji had always been a likable character in One Piece, and I have no idea why Oda chose to distance this character from the audience and make him do something so bad. It got to the point where Kuzan decided to turn against his own mentor who taught him so much and took him down. According to his own words, he even wanted to kill him, though it's hard to say he was serious. Did you find this moment as sad as I did? If not, what moment did you find sadder? Besides the obvious moments like Ace's death, where a character dies, there are a few other characters who rarely appear but still manage to move us deeply. Share your opinion on this scene with Garp in the comments, friends, and feel free to leave a like, subscribe, or even comment to support me. It means a lot to see you all active and engaged, and as you can see, videos are coming out rapidly. Let's face these last years of One Piece together. Many thanks to you guys. The character I want to talk about today isn't Aokiji or Garp, though they are connected to this discussion. It's Blackbeard. Blackbeard is one of the most hated characters in all of One Piece, and Oda designed him to be that way from the start. He presented Blackbeard as the direct opposite of Luffy. This isn't just shown through their actions, morals, and mindsets, but even with colors and visual contrasts. While Luffy's physicality radiates elegance and even perfection and happiness, Blackbeard's appearance is disturbing, sometimes unhygienic and creepy. So you can see these characters are represented as complete opposites. One cute and typical, the other ugly and sinister. But it goes even further. Oda even emphasizes this with colors. As we know, Luffy is associated with white, while Blackbeard's powers are represented by black. This is why I believe Blackbeard will definitely be one of Luffy's final opponents, saved for the endgame. Now a question for the One Piece experts. How do you think the community sees this? Do you think Blackbeard will be an enemy fought before Im-sama, or will he be an opponent who comes after Im-sama? I see arguments for both sides and might even make a video on this topic in the next few days. If you are interested in that, please leave a like and a comment so I see. But why does Oda do all this and make Blackbeard so important? And there are a lot of solutions for this. I think it's because Blackbeard will play a very significant role in the future. Obviously, it's clear to everyone that Blackbeard is not a minor character, but I mean he could be so important that he might even be the final opponent in One Piece after Im-sama. If this doesn't happen, I believe that some character might get in Blackbeard's way and eliminate him. Eventually, Blackbeard will be taken down. He won't become Pirate King. Even if he becomes Pirate King for a brief moment, he will definitely be defeated in the end, because Joy Boy must ultimately prevail. In the past, Joy Boy didn't succeed, and now after 800 years, it's time. Joy Boy must win. Friends, we cannot allow this loss to repeat in history. Now, which character could potentially take down a Blackbeard? I will start with the most obvious one, Joy Boy or Luffy himself. This, in my opinion, is likely as Blackbeard represents Luffy's opposing side, meaning Luffy would be his final opponent. This would also allow Luffy to avenge Ace's death, as many forget that Blackbeard was responsible for his brother's demise, so a payback would be very nice. But there are more exciting possibilities, as I think there are a few other characters who could also challenge Blackbeard. Do you already have an idea of which ones? characters? Share 2 of those in the comments and let's see if they get mentioned in this video. Another character I have in my mind is definitely Shanks. In the last episodes and chapters of One Piece, we saw Shanks actively hunting Blackbeard. Just before Eustace's kid showed up at Elbaf, Shanks was there saying, "I thought Blackbeard would appear here," and wanted to set sail to continue his search for him. So a battle between them will probably happen. Now, who would win this fight? For the storyline, it would make more sense for Blackbeard to win, as he's part of the new generation, Luffy's opposition, and will be more significant in the final endgame than Shanks. That's why I ranked Shanks lower on the list. I think it's less likely that Shanks would defeat or eliminate him, as the story doesn't set it up that way. Still, Shanks is definitely a candidate, as Oda has hinted that they are even actively hunting each other. But there are still 2 other interesting characters to mention, ones you might not expect, so stay tuned till the end. One of these characters is Kuzan. The reason I mention Kuzan is specific. If the famous theory that Kuzan is a double agent, a traitor, is true, he would do everything to gain Blackbeard's trust. That could be why he took down Garp, to make it appear as though he was loyal to Blackbeard. This would also explain why he used his eyes exactly on the wound where Shiryu has stabbed Garp with his sword, perhaps to stop the bleeding so Garp wouldn't die. He made it look like he had eliminated Garp himself to gain Blackbeard's trust. After gaining this trust, it would make sense for him to betray and ambush Blackbeard later. However, for this to happen, the theory that Kuzan is a traitor must be true, and it's quite plausible, which makes this scenario possible. Ultimately though, I doubt Kuzan will be the one to kill Blackbeard and remove him from the plot. Still, a betrayal might happen with Kuzan wounding Blackbeard, so it's cool to mention this as the next interesting character. And for an exciting addition, I have Im-sama, with whom I envision a specific scenario. I will compare it to Naruto, where Kaguya used Madara to bring herself back into the real world. I could imagine Im-sama emerging in the story and effortlessly eliminating Blackbeard using his powers. You would think Blackbeard is the ultimate final boss, only for Im-sama to suddenly absorb him in some way, making Im-sama even stronger. Im-sama could definitely overpower Blackbeard, making him one of the few characters who could stop this monster. It would shock every One Piece fan, and no one would expect Blackbeard to be defeated so suddenly, and maybe same with Sebek. In conclusion, I must say that I don't believe Blackbeard will be eliminated by anyone other than Luffy, possibly in a group battle, but not only by Im-sama, Aokiji or Shanks. Blackbeard needs his screen time, as the anime is about Luffy and the Straw Hats. They must face him, but the other characters will definitely have their own confrontation with Blackbeard, and I'm excited to see how those will turn out. Your opinions matter though, drop them in the comments. As always friends, a like, a subscription and a comment would make my day. It's not a lot of work, but helps me out tremendously with the algorithm. Let's face these final years of One Piece together. That's it from me, peace out.